not everyone needs to be in your life and not everyone is going to stay in your life. I really have tried to prioritize my mental and physical health. It does nothing except make me stressed and make me sad and make me anxious. So no point. Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I create lifestyle, entrepreneurship, mindset, and pop culture content on this YouTube channel. I hope you guys stick around, join the fam, join the squad. I don't know what I'm doing, but we'd love to have you here. So today's video is a little just sit down vibe type of video. I feel like I've been doing a lot of those lately, but 2024 is gonna have a little bit of a shift. We're gonna be seeing lots of new things on this channel, so just you wait. But yeah, 2023 is basically done. Like when this goes up, I think there's like 4 or 5 days left of the year, which is insane. I cannot believe that we're already in 2024. I feel like I remember being literally sitting in my house last year celebrating New Year's for 2023, and now we're in 2024 basically. So that's a little wild to me, but I'm excited. I feel like I have such a good feeling for the new year, and I feel like a lot of good things are gonna happen. And I don't know, I was telling my friend Lauren, like, I have such a good like feeling about 2024. Also, my friend Alex got me this, guys. I'm obsessed. Like, hello, what should we name them? They're so cute. It's like my new little best friend. So cute. Yeah, anyways, let's just get into the video. So today's video is going to be things that I've learned in 2023. I did a podcast episode with about this with my friend Lauren on our podcast, That's So Us, but I kept a few of the same things and I switched some things out, and it'll be a little bit more in depth. I'm excited. So let's just dive into this list that I made. So the first one is letting go of people is okay. I feel like for a long time I thought, well, not that I thought, I just had a hard time letting go, or like I would feel like I had to keep them in my life in some capacity, or like, I don't know, I just had a really hard time letting go of people. And I've realized that letting go of people is okay and that I can do it, and not everyone needs to be in your life and not everyone is going to stay in your life. And sometimes people are here for a certain time length. My friend Lauren said that sometimes people are there for a season or to teach you a lesson. And I think when she told me that, I kind of took it and was like, okay, that makes sense. And not everyone is going to be in your life forever. And I feel like I'm just a person that gets attached easily to people, so I have a hard time letting go of them. But at the end of the day, some people just don't need to be in your life, or they don't deserve to be in your life, and that's totally okay. So just learning that and understanding that has been a struggle, but we're getting there. The next one, especially as a business owner, is learning that taking breaks in your day is okay and that you can do it and it's okay to do it. I feel like I've had such a hard time like just being like, okay, like I've worked for 3, 4, or 5 hours straight. Taking a 10-minute break is okay. I don't need to be working on something every single second of the day. And at the end of the day, if I don't take breaks, I don't work as well and I'm not as productive. So they're kind of crucial to my kind of routine. So I learned that taking breaks are okay and that they're needed. The next one is comparing yourself to people won't make you happier. I feel like this is something that I learned, but I'm still learning and processing and understanding. It's a whole beast within itself. I think comparison is something that is like a human nature thing, but it's something that we need to kind of control and like unlearn. I feel like I compare myself to people in every single aspect, whether it be what their body looks like, what they're eating, what kind of money I think they have, because I obviously don't know. And then when it comes to business, I'm like, okay, like how many clients do they have? How successful do they look? All these things. And I think comparison is just a fucking beast. And something I'm trying to unlearn and process and realize that I don't need to compare myself to every single person on this earth, and that it does nothing except make me stressed and make me sad and make me anxious. So no point. The next one is therapy is good and you don't only need to be in it when you're not doing okay. I feel like therapy has this like stigma around it still, that like you're only in therapy because things are going bad in your life or whatever. And that's honestly how I thought it worked, or how it was. My hair is pissing me off, guys. I recently have been going to therapy again for the past 2 months, and it's been a very transformative experience. I was in therapy in and out since I was 16, and I always thought I only had to be in it when I wasn't doing okay or when I was struggling or whatever it may be. But I think at the end of the day, like, you can be in therapy for like various reasons, and sometimes it's just nice to have someone to talk to that doesn't know you in a personal way, like your friends know you, or your partners know you, or your parents, or whatever it may be. So yeah, being in therapy doesn't only have to be when you're not doing okay. It's just a crucial part of life sometimes. Yeah, So that's something I learned. The next one is your mental and physical health should always be a priority. I feel like I always put my physical and mental health on the back burner sometimes. I'm like, okay, there's other things that are more important. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing okay mentally or physically, you can't do okay in like the other aspects of your life that you prioritize. So yeah, I really, really, really have tried to prioritize my mental and physical health in 2023, and I'm going to bring that over to 2024 because it's crucial. The next one is it's okay to rekindle friendships that you've missed. I feel like I have had such a hard time grasping that, or like it's such a small, minuscule thing, but I have a fear of like rejection in a way. I've reached out to people in the past, and not that they rejected me, but it just like wasn't a mutual like, okay, I want to rekindle the friendship too. And that stressed me out. So it kind of like put me back in a shell, and I was like, I'm not reaching out to anyone that like doesn't reach out to me because like I don't want to go through that again. But this year I kind of had like, yeah, I've rekindled friendships and it's been very nice. Yeah, I think I rekindled a lot of friendships this year. It's fun. I don't know. It's like, it's nice to like be like, okay, like we used to be friends when we were like 16, 17, 18, and now like we're in a whole different era of our lives, and like the friendship is still there. I think sometimes that you just, not that you need a break from people, but sometimes things fall out and they can fall back into place. So I've rekindled really good friendships this year. If these people are watching, they know who they are. So yeah, thanks for not rejecting me. The next one is being in the present is the best way to live. I feel like I live a lot of my life in the past and in the future, and I don't know how to be in the present moment. And that's something that I've started to learn a bit and get used to and understand. And when I am in the present, it's a great time. I'm not always in the present though. So that's something I learned this year that I'm going to try and implement to next year. The next one is don't be afraid to try something new. I feel like I'm a very good person at trying new things, whether it be food, activities, whatever it may be. I feel like I'm just like open to that. I'm really open to just doing whatever. So that's something I learned this year, that like don't be afraid to do it. I mean, I would go bungee jumping, I would go skydiving, like I would do all those things because I just feel like sometimes the adrenaline of like the unknown, or like you don't know what to expect, is exciting to me. So I don't know. That's something that I've learned. The next one is no one is going to change your life besides you. I feel like sometimes we rely on a lot of people to like do this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, the only person that has full control on what you do in your life is yourself. And if you want to get a different thing, or if you want to hit a new milestone or whatever it may be, there's no one that can control that except you, and no one is going to change anything in your life except you. Of course, sometimes if like it's like a weight loss journey, or like I don't freaking know, anything that like a trainer or something that can like come into your life can help you, of course, but they're not going to change your life. It all depends on you. So no one is going to change your life besides you. So go do the thing. The next thing is saying no to things that don't fuel you is okay. I feel like a lot of us are scared, like, oh my God, like if I say no, like this won't happen. Or if I say no, like they're gonna think this, or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, like saying no is okay. And it's something that like we shouldn't be scared to do, and we shouldn't like refrain from doing. I feel like a lot of us say yes to a lot of things that don't benefit us or don't fuel us or don't make us happy just because we feel like we have to say yes. But saying no is totally okay, and it's like our literal, I can't even speak. It's our literal right to say no to things if we don't want to do it. Learn to say no. The next one is to work on a gratitude and always realize your privilege. I feel like a lot of us just like don't realize how privileged we actually are. Like for myself, for example, like I have a house, I have food, I have all these things, I have my lights on. Some people don't have that, and I feel like we don't realize those little things are big things to other people. There's people in other countries that are, as we speak, getting bombed. As we speak, have no electricity, no water, nowhere to go. That's just not okay. And I feel like a lot of us kind of just brush it under the rug because it doesn't personally affect us, or like we're not there, so why does it matter? But it does matter, and that like everyone with a platform and everyone should be speaking about these people that are literally dying at the hands of different governments and all these things. So at the end of the day, like realizing your privilege is such a big thing, whether you think you're privileged or not. If you have a house, if you have food, if you have your lights on, that's a privilege within itself. And I feel like I learned a lot this year about that, and I learned a lot about being grateful for what I do have and not always wanting more. So yeah, that's something I learned. The next one is not everyone is like you. I think sometimes the way people deal with things or the way people go about things, I'm like, why are they doing that? I'm like, that is not how you're supposed to do it. But then I'm like, okay, not everyone deals with it the same way I do. Not everyone thinks the same way I do. And that's like totally okay. And that's so normal. But I think sometimes I just get in my head, I'm like, no, like they should have done it like this. When like at the end of the day, they probably think that about me sometimes. So I think a big lesson I learned is not everyone is like you. Not everyone is going to act like you. Not everyone's going to figure out situations like you or like act on situations like you, and that is obviously normal. So that's a big thing that I learned this year. The next one is to deepen your relationships. I think it's important to deepen your friendships, deepen your relationships with your partner, with your family, and everything like that. I feel like sometimes I kind of refrain from it because I was like, okay, like I don't want to give myself to people, like I don't want to be too into like a friendship or like too deep into it and then like get hurt. I think a lot of my reservations was like the fear of getting hurt or the fear of having trust broken or like things like that. But at the end of the day, like those things are also inevitable and like they can happen, and I shouldn't like refrain or be scared or whatever because of things that have happened in my past. I need to like push forward and move on from that. So yeah, deepening your relationships is a crucial thing. And I learned that a lot this year, and I'm happy that I've been able to successfully do so. The next one is to always advocate for yourself, especially in the health world. I feel like I have a lot of health issues and a lot of stomach issues to be exact. And I feel like I've been like if my doctor's like everything's okay, but I don't feel okay, I would always be like, okay, like whatever, like she says it's okay. But I think like advocating for yourself and being like, no, it's not okay, or like, no, I need to like do XYZ is super important. And it's something I learned but haven't implemented yet. But hopefully next year I will. Yeah, always advocate for yourself because at the end of the day, no one will except you. We're almost done. We have 3 more. The next one is money does not define your success. I feel like a lot of us feel like, okay, like if we don't have like 50, 60, 70K like in our bank account, like we are unsuccessful. And that's totally not true. Success comes in different ways and different forms. And at the end of the day, everyone has a different view or like version of what success is to them. And that is what it should be. I feel like for me, success is having enough money for my month. Success is having clients, having consistent clients. Success is also just showing up for myself and keeping my business afloat. And that's what success is for me. It doesn't have a numerical value. I know for some people it does, and that's totally okay. That's what they view it as. But my view of success and my version of success is very different from that. So yeah, success doesn't always equal money. You'll be happier once you acknowledge that. The next one is aging is a privilege. I think that for me this year when I turned 25, I had a existential crisis. I was like, oh my God, like I'm 25. Like I thought my life would be so different. I'm getting so old. I'm halfway to 50. I'm almost 30. Like my brain was spiraling. And then I saw Spencer Barbosa post this, that aging is a privilege. And it is, because a lot of people that I know have passed at such a young age. And for me to be healthy for the most part and like aging and growing up is such a privilege. And I think we kind of just like never acknowledge that or like push it away. But I've had friends who have passed at the age of 22, at the age of 30, and I think I would be doing a disservice if I didn't acknowledge that aging really is a privilege. So yeah. And the last one is to always keep learning. You never know enough about the world. You never know enough about anything, and learning is okay. And you will never, ever, ever know everything in the entire world. You will never be fully educated to the point where you know every single thing. That's why learning every single day of your life is okay, and it's good, and it's healthy, and we should all be doing that, because at the end of the day, like I said, we don't always know everything. No one ever knows everything, and always learning is such a good thing to do. So that's my list of things that I learned in 2023 and that I will be taking with me and implementing into 2024. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love if you guys can comment down below some things you learned in 2023. I would love to chat about them, talk about them, see if I've also learned those things and forgot to put them in my list. But yeah, I'm so excited for 2024. I have such a good feeling. This is the last episode of 2023. We're going to come back strong on January 9th. And I'm actually going to be posting all my podcast episodes with video now to YouTube in 2024. So expect a new episode every single week. On Tuesdays, I will be posting a full-length video episode of my podcast. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe. I would love if you can join our journey into the new year. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.